Today I need to talk about something that's been showing up in my comment sections on more than one occasion in my asexuality videos lately. And that's the claim that asexuality is caused by autism, or more specifically, an underdeveloped amygdala, or that it's a hormone problem. Now, I want to be very clear from the start. Asexuality and autism are both natural parts of human diversity. Many people are on both spectrums, some aren't, and no matter where you fall, your identity is real. You are not broken. This video is about challenging the kind of thinking that tries to reduce our identities by offering something more affirming, more truthful, more based in actual research in return.
And on this journey, one more love unraveled. I finally learned to love me for me.
Let's begin with the basics. Asexuality is a sexual orientation. It means someone experiences little to no sexual attraction to others. It doesn't mean that you're emotionless. It doesn't mean that you don't form deep, meaningful connections. Ace people may be interested in romantic relationships. Some have sex, some don't. Some are aromantic, some aren't. There's a whole spectrum of ace experiences. And more importantly, it's not a medical diagnosis. It's not something that needs fixing. It's not a sign that something went wrong. It's simply one way that people are. A 2004 study by Anthony Bogart found that around 1% of the population identifies as asexual. And newer data suggests the number is actually higher, especially since awareness grows and people have more language for their experiences. A 2017 GLAAD survey of under 35s reported a figure of 4% for asexuality, possibly due to a broader definition used in the study. So where does this myth about autism come from? There is research showing that autistic individuals are more likely to identify as lgbtqia+, including being asexual. A 2018 survey in the Archives of Sexual Behavior found that autistic people report more diversity in sexual orientation and gender identity. But more diversity doesn't mean there's a cause. It just means that folks on the autism spectrum may feel more freedom to express identity outside of traditional social pressures. That's a good thing. That's a strength and something worth celebrating. Some autistic people are asexual. Some aren't. Some are pansexual, gay, bisexual, straight. Some are aromantic. Others experience very deep romantic attraction. There's no one autistic experience, just like there's no one ace experience. Very recently, a post regarding asexuality and gray sexuality as separate sparked a lot of controversy. But here's the thing. No one can tell you who you are or where you fit. No one gets the right to tell you your experiences or which box you fit into. That's why when I make a video like 6 signs you might be asexual, I use the word might. And I explain that it's not a test to pass or not pass. It's meant as a tool to help in your reflections of your experiences. I don't know your experiences, only you do. The problem comes when people say that one causes the other. The causality of being autistic explains your asexuality, as if the only way that someone could be asexual stems from something neurological or hormonal. That could only lead to a false sense of self and misunderstandings of your own experiences. Let's talk about the science claims that often get thrown into these comments, like the idea that the amygdala didn't develop properly, or that there was a hormone issue that was caused at puberty, causing someone to be asexual. First, there's no scientific evidence which the amygdala, which is involved in emotional processing, is the sole driver of sexual attraction. Brain structures are incredibly complex, and reducing orientation to one part of the brain isn't just misleading, it's inaccurate. And secondly, hormones. Aces, we hear this one a lot. Here's the thing though, asexuals go through puberty just like everybody else. Some ace people have very strong libidos, some don't. But libido isn't the same as attraction. Claiming the range of someone's sexual attraction is the result of faulty development ignores everything we know about how diverse and natural human orientation can be. These claims aren't grounded in peer-reviewed science. They're grounded in discomfort. A discomfort with the idea that some people simply don't experience sexual attraction. And beyond being inaccurate, this kind of narrative is also very harmful. Because it doesn't just dismiss asexuality, it reinforces stigmas against both autistic and ace people. For asexual folks, it sends the message that your orientation isn't real, that it's just a byproduct of something else, and that you don't really know yourself, that your identity doesn't count. And for autistic folks, it plays into a long-standing stereotype, that they're emotionally stunted, developmentally delayed, or incapable of forming relationships or experiencing desire. That's not only false, that's ableist. Autistic people, just like everyone else, can form deep relationships, can feel love and desire, and can experience and express identity in complex and beautiful ways. So when someone says, "You're ace because of this," what they're doing is denying the ability to name and define their own experiences. It doesn't support either the autistic or asexual community. It hurts both. Asexuality and autism can absolutely coexist. For some folks, both experiences intersect in very meaningful ways. For others, they're completely separate. But both paths are completely valid. Neither one needs to be explained away. Neither one means that you're broken. And neither one makes you less human. I said it earlier, and I will say it as many times as I have to. Everyone deserves the right to name and understand their own identity without being dissected, diagnosed, or doubted. Autistic folks and asexual folks live vibrant, joyful, full lives with friendships, with love, connection, creativity, community, all on their terms. Not despite of who they are, but because of who they are. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, especially if this video resonated. So here's today's comment prompt. What's one thing that you wish more people understood about asexuality or autism, whether you identify with one, both, or neither? Let's create a comment section that's supportive, open, and rooted in real experiences, because this is how we push back. Not with just facts, but togetherness, with community. As part of Pride Month, I'm spotlighting organizations doing really important work. And this week, that's Kaleidoscope, based in Sherman Oaks, California. Kaleidoscope is a program of the HELP group, supporting lgbtqia+ youth and young adults, including those who are also neurodivergent. They offer affirming mental health support, social groups, life skills coaching, and educational resources. You can learn more or support their work at kaleidoscopelgbtq.org. I'll leave that link in the description. You can also support my work here by checking out my merch site, where I will be working on some new designs I have in mind very, very soon, so keep your eyes open for that. And by ordering a copy of my book, Limitless, Poetry of an Aromantic and Asexual Journey. This book is a collection of my poetry arranged to follow my experiences from confused teen to fish out of water in the college years to finally finding and embracing my identity as an adult. You can find links to order Limitless in the description. If you're ace, if you're autistic, if you're both or neither. Your identity is valid. You're not a mistake. You don't need to be explained away. You deserve community, joy, understanding, and peace. Not labels forced on you by someone trying to shrink you down to a diagnosis. If this video resonated with you, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to my channel for more. And remember, the way you exist in this world is not only okay, it's powerful, and it's yours. Thanks for watching. Remember, I see you, I support you, and I'm glad that you're here. I hope you're having a very happy Pride Month. Be kind to each other and to yourselves. I'll see you in the next one.